welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal, and today we are doing our ranking of every driver in the 2024 F1 season, going through each of them, giving a brief explanation even of where we put them there, starting off with George Russell for Mercedes, and I'm going to go with for 8 here. Yeah, he outperformed a 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, outstanding, won races. For me, it was a very, very good season. For Sainz, I was deliberating between A and B, but I've gone for B. Maybe didn't quite have the pace of Leclerc on the whole, but won a few races, and yeah, I think he'll be pleased with his final season in Ferrari. Stroll C, yeah, to be honest, I think at times this year I didn't really notice the gap to Alonso as much, maybe because the car was less competitive, but still didn't really have many standout performances. Similar story for Magnussen, a bit of a way behind Hulkenberg really, but had some good drives, I think, and yeah, can be proud of his efforts in F1. Tsunoda, I've gone for B. For me, he can be very disappointed to miss out on a Red Bull seat. Great drive from him, outperformed both his teammates. And yeah, Hamilton B, obviously had highlights for Hamilton. Silverstone, who can forget that? But at the same time, just had those low lights as well towards the end of the season. Maybe meant he was a B. Verstappen S, for me, the driver of the season once again, winning a title in probably not the fastest car. Some great drives, maybe some messy ones too, but on the whole, outstanding. Piastri in B as well. I think, yeah, good season for him. Won his first races, had some maybe inconsistent performances, barely behind Lando, but yeah, B for Piastri. Leclerc, a great job from him as well this season. Some great drives. I really carry Ferrari towards the Constructors' Championship, and I think one of his best seasons. For Gasly, I'm deliberating between A and B. I'm going to go B, maybe because he was just maybe outmatched by Ocon at the start of the season, but since then, really got Alpine that 6th place with some great drives. That podium in Brazil, though, driving at Abu Dhabi, outstanding. Norris A as well. I think there were some stages earlier in the season where maybe he had the fastest car and didn't quite deliver, but on the whole, it was a very good season. Leading McLaren to their first Constructors' Championship in ages. So yeah, Perez, I've gone for D. The season started off promising for Checo, but yeah, like drop off towards the end. It was just so disappointing, wasn't it? 7 points in the last 8 races, and it's ultimately ended with him deservedly losing his drive. Albon, I've gone for C. Yeah, it just wasn't quite the same season for Albon. Albon didn't really have those outstanding drives, and yeah, struggled against Colapinto a bit at the end. Similar story for Ocon. I think he started the season off well, but dropped off a lot. Obviously, that place in Brazil was a real season highlight, a great drive there. But yeah, ultimately losing his Alpine drive, maybe harsh, but yeah, it's what happened. Hulkenberg B, another great season for him. He's been, honestly, such a good surprise since he returned to the grid. Nearly getting past that 6th place, but Alonso B as well. I think, yeah, maybe it wasn't quite the headlining season for Alonso without the podiums of last year, but a very good drive nonetheless. Very good season nonetheless. And yeah, some great drives even at his age. Ricciardo gone for D. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it could have been C if he saw out the season. I personally felt like he deserved to, but just struggled against Tsunoda. And similar story for Sargent as well, really, but just the crashes factored in and made it even worse for Sargent and a lack of point score. Bottas have gone for C. Maybe he should be in D without scoring a point, but at the same time, I think he did put in some good drives and an absolute tractor in a car that maybe didn't deserve it. And Zhou Guanyu, even though he outscored him, I put him in D. I think, yeah, just throughout the majority of the year, Bottas really did outperform Zhou Guanyu, and that's kind of why I've gone for that. And then the 2 drivers he stepped in, not really going to include Dylan because it wouldn't be fair, but I've gone for Lawson and Colapinto in C. I think both show really good pace. Colapinto maybe a few crashes, Lawson a few incidents as well, but they're still rookies, still early in their F1 career. It's going to take time to shape out, but Colapinto off the grid next year, and Lawson obviously going up against
Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.